Good morning. Today is September 29th, 2023. My name is Terry Morgan and we are here to practice Wudang Qigong. My hope is that what this machine is telling me is not the same as that everything's okay over here and it's still a little iffy over there. Apologize for the technical difficulties. I'm still working on it. I'm going to talk just a little bit while this is clearing itself up. Hang on a second. Alright, so yeah, I'm looking at the error over there. I am. Let me look at something here. It's been one of those mornings. It has. It has. And as I've been working through let me check. Alright, that looks fine. This is still not fine. Yeah, but it looks alright, so I'm going to keep going. Again, my apologies for the technical issues. I probably need to go back and cut some of that out. Matter of fact, that's what I am going to do. So, if you're watching this live, sorry for the bloopers. If you're not, great, you're not going to see this part. Good morning. My name is Terry Morgan, and we are here to practice Wudang Qigong. We have the advanced sets this morning, sets 10 through 18. I'm going to talk just a little bit similar to what I did yesterday about this idea of practice generally and the way that we develop our practice. I'm going to put this down because I need both hands here. Alright, so one of the things that, and I'm watching the video over here because it's showing me there's an error, but I don't think there is because I'm seeing the video looks okay. At least the live stream does, and this says it's okay, so here we go. The idea that we have to develop our practice. It doesn't matter what you're practicing. It doesn't matter. This is getting onto the floor, getting into your space, getting to wherever it is that you're going to practice, to do whatever it is you're going to do. Practice. Right? That skill, that's a skill. It's a skill. You have to develop the ability to practice. Nobody telling you, there's nobody, we're adults, right? As an adult, there's nobody going to tell you that you have to go practice. I don't have to. I could. I don't have to. That sense that I want to. And I'm going to do this. And, yeah, well, maybe not right this minute. Okay? That part of how we develop our skill to do any kind of practice is what I was talking about yesterday, and that's kind of my point for this morning. We're going to do a couple of things that we've done in the past, I've taught in the past, we're going to work on it again, stretches and just a little bit of body work as we get started. The sense that we have practice, that we have something to do during practice. It varies, it does. If you come practice this class, if you come and watch my class, almost every time we have some variation in what we're doing in practice. Maybe the same movements, it may be the same concept. We're working on strength, we're working on inner discipline, we're working on building the energy, we're working on building the mental discipline, quieting the mind. Well, what are we working on? We do that repeatedly. How we do it has infinite variations. That, I'm going to come to practice, I'm going to do something every day is just a little bit different. It's always going to be a little bit different. And when we look back, I've done this, now I'm going to look back at what I did, and I can see what I've done, that development, that here's where I started, here's what, yeah, here's where I started, here's where I've come, here's how, right? That progress comes from looking back, right? As we build up our skills, we gain greater ability to look back and see that development, and we also gain the ability to look forward and see where we can go. So the error finally went away. It says I have an excellent connection. Please, I hope this is the right setting. I really hope this is the right setting. All right, we're going to do 2 sets right now. One that we've done in the past, I've shown in the past. The other that we do pretty regularly. And that first one, the regular one, is that big basic stretch. Feet about shoulder width apart, just a little bit wider than shoulder width today. A little bit wider. Wiggle the toes, bend the knees, wiggle the fingers, circle the arms, open the back, reach up, and pull up and reach out, bend the knees, extend out over the legs, and roll up. Again, reach out. Pull in and up as you stretch out. One more time. Keep going. And elbows drop down, wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. All right, the other exercise that I've shown this in the past, it's a leg stretch. And so why we're doing this, because my leg's tight and I'm going to use it, so I'm going to loosen it up first. Right leg is bent, my weight sits on my right heel, okay, so I need to stay back, right? If you don't, you fall over. Left foot, the leg is straight, the knee is just slightly bent, so don't lock the knee. Open the hip, flex the foot so the toes are up, pull the toes into you, and sit the heel. So the heel is hard set into the floor. Turn towards it, and that same stretch that we just did, do it again. Reach out. And roll up. One more time. Actually, it's going to be 2 more times. One more time. That's one more time now. Third time. That's, and roll up. Fingertips reach up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, hands return to your sides. All right, straighten the leg. Change legs. Right foot front. Weight on the left heel. Sit back. Set the right heel. Same stretch. Hand circle to the front. And back around to both sides. Up along the center line. And reach out. Nice and easy. And roll up. Keep your weight set on the left heel. You fall over otherwise. And again. One more time. Reach up. Stretch out. Reach forward. Roll through the back. And come up. Elbows drop down. Wrists, fingertips, hands return to your sides. And release the left leg. Stand up. If your thigh was not telling you what you were doing, you weren't doing it. Right here, as you set that back leg, this has to hold and pull up into the hip so that the muscles in the leg wrap. We're going to use that. Dragon and tiger join together. As we shift, toes right here, as we shift, that same sense of pulling up and reaching out over the leg, right there, use that. All right, left side, right side, 6 times. Feet about shoulder width apart. Stand straight. Make sure I don't hit the wall. Pull up through the crown of the head. Breathe in, palms up. And breathe out, press down. Breathe in, shift. And extend, reach out over the leg. Pull in. And come to center. And breathe in. And if you're not in balance, the foot may have to come down. And shift. Extend. Pull in. And center. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. Center. Breathe out. Shift. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Remember to keep energy through the leg, through the foot, all the way through the extension, through the heel and the toes. Pull the toes in and down. Pay attention to the Yung Chuan, bubbling well. Pay attention to the Jiaoge, the heel. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. Breathe out. And breathe breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. 2 more. Relax through the back, pull in, across the front, pull up, through the center. One more. Pay attention to the connection between the Bai Hui and the Hui Yin. Center, breathe in. And breathe out. Hands down along both sides. Pull up through the crown of the head. Raise the heels and lower. Stay there. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Alright, we're going to do one more. Coiling Snake. I'm tossing between Leopard Climbs a Tree and Coiling Snake, and Coiling Snake wins this morning. Alright, so we want that, we're still using this connection and the hold. What we want to pay attention to is that center as we go up and down. So weight placement, where's the body weight, how do we hold the body so that we can go pretty much straight up and down. That combination along with the flexibility in the hip is part of what we want to build. So if I've got more flexibility in my hip, my leg can go a little bit higher the stronger I get. If I've got more strength through the center, across the front here, that I can hold tighter, that my abdominal muscles are all working well to support my body, and that I can articulate using the muscles in my spine. When we're developing our skills, we're looking for all of those connections, all of them. That practice that I talked about, it's like we practice and we practice and we practice and we look back and then we see what we've learned. I have a series of 5 books that I've written. I've written more than 5, but I have a series of 5 books that I'm working on. I published one, got the second one I'm working on it. And when I looked at what it's going to take to get it ready, I need about 2 months. It's not a one-day thing. Practice is not a one-day thing. We develop our skills over time. And as we develop them, we develop more. Whatever we're doing, whatever we're paying attention to, there's more than what we're actually doing. So, Coiling Snake, right? Here, twist, come back, and center. As I come up here, this drop into the heel over here on this side. As I twist, the heel changes. There's a weight shift right here. So that I'm on this leg as I sink down. Right? The greater my ability to hold and support my torso, like the greater my ability to open the hip, the more chance I have of being able to go down. All the way. That right here. Now I have to be able to get up, right? I'm closer than I was. Still have to use my hands. Still not quite. That I know it should go all the way down is significant. That I know it's possible to do it, also significant. That knowledge gives me what I'm working toward. What am I working toward? Not what have I done, what am I working toward? What I've done is gotten to where I'm a lot closer to being able to do what I want to do than I was 6 months ago. Practice. That awareness is absolutely something that we want to develop. That connects what we did with what we're going to do, and it gives us a recognition of where we are. Where I was 6 months ago is not where I am today. Alright, so with Coiling Snake, this idea to hold across, this side goes here, this side goes here, as if you've got a cross belt. This pulls up, almost like a zipper, except it's a wide, this is a wide muscle that comes across the center here. So it pulls in, up, this pulls in and across. The back holds straight. The waist carries the turn. Keep the hips open. Try and stay in harmony with the breath. And make sure that as you settle down, that you keep your hip just behind the heel so that you can go all the way down. Okay? If you're leaning forward, if your hip is forward too much, you can't do it. Alright? Feet about shoulder width apart, stand straight. Breathe in, palms up. And breathe out, press down, bend the knees. Open the hips to the left, up, and twist, and come back up, and center. Stay center. And to the right, twist, come on back up, and center. To the left. Center. And I was paying a lot of attention to my hip there. On the right. Found it. Center. Stay centered. Open the back. Pull across the front. Don't stick your hip out. Don't let it wander. Stay centered. The shoulder well aligned with the hip. Center. Breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. 2 more. Open the back. Keep the lower spine open and well supported. Stay centered. Now turn left. And one more time. Center. Turn to the left. And turn to the right. Palms up, breathe in. Press down along both sides, pull up through the crown of the head, raise the heels and lower. Stay there, breathe in. And breathe out. And breathe in. And breathe out. The key to practice isn't what you do. It's that you do something. And that if something gets in the way, if, including yourself, something's, yeah, no, I'm doing it, right? That you keep trying. Yeah, no, not yet. No, no, try again. Try again. Okay, try again. There we go. That sense of keep trying. That's what we do. I've been practicing a lot of these things for 30 plus years, right? That, it's getting upwards of 40, actually. That sense of continual practice, that there's something more to do, is always present. It's what's so very attractive. There's always something more. There's always something just a little different that we can do. Just a little more this, just a little less that. We can adjust, we can change as we adjust, as we grow older. We can make adjustments in our practice, in what we do and how we do it. So I don't do the same things I did 40 years ago. Not even close. And some of the things that I do now are way better than what I could do 40 years ago. The nuance and the subtleties, I didn't have that. I do now. That recognition has value for my personal practice, and as you practice, as you come to those points where you recognize what you've learned, what you've gained, how you've developed, keep that. Keep it. It's important. Thank you for being here today. I'll be back next week, and I'm really working hard on a few things, so I'll have more about that next week. Again, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.